Welcome to Safi Yoga. This short, full-bodied flow is designed to energize and soothe body and mind. I hope you enjoy. Let's take a few moments to check in, standing tall in mountain pose. On your next inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. Maybe you look up. Exhaling, press into the right foot. Reach both hands over to the left. The hips can move over to the right. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, pressing down into the left foot, hips to the left and hands over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, press into the feet, lift the chest up as you reach the hands back. Inhaling to straighten up and exhaling to fold forward. Hips up high, heels reach down, knees can be bent. Inhaling flat back. Exhaling, right leg back, bring the right knee down onto the mat. Left knee above the ankle. Lifting and lowering the right knee and then extend both arms out and forward at a diagonal. Lowering the hips towards the mat. And then stepping back into plank pose and lifting the hips up and back into down dog. You can have your knees bent. Heels don't need to touch the mat. Working on a long spine, relaxed neck, heavy head. Then stepping the right foot forward, bringing the left knee down onto the mat. Coming into your low lunge. Lifting and lowering that knee. And then walking the hands out to the side at a diagonal. Sinking the hips into the mat. Coming back to plank. And then lifting the hips up and back for down dog. Make your way forward, coming into a half lift position, chest parallel with the mat. Exhaling as you fold forward. Inhaling, reach out and up, back into mountain pose. Exhaling, hands together in prayer at your heart. Flowing again, deep inhale, this time sit back into your chair as you come up. So knees bent, hips back, pressing down into the feet. Make sure you can see your toes over your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot back. Coming up into your high lunge. Left knee above the ankle, right heel reaching back. You can interlace your thumbs and then reach your hands back as you lift your chest up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Creating length in the spine as you find strength in your legs. Lowering down, coming into low lunge. And then taking that back leg into both hands. Rolling the shoulders back to open the chest as you bring the heel in towards the body. And then stepping back into your plank. Coming down into your chaturanga with knees down or up. And your back bend, either cobra or up dog. Lifting the hips up and back into down dog. Taking it on the other side. Right foot forward, left heel back. Deep inhale, coming up into high lunge. Interlace the thumbs in the opposite direction. Gentle back bend, lifting the chest as you reach the hands back. Right knee staying forward above the ankle. Left heel reaching back. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, lowering down. Coming down into low lunge. And then bringing the back heel in towards the body. Shoulder blades moving in towards the spine. Stepping back into plank. Taking your chaturanga. And then your back bend. Keep lifting the hips all the way up and back into down dog. Walking forward, coming into a half lift position. Keep lifting the hips as high as you can as you reach the heels towards the mat and allow the upper body to be heavy. Inhaling flat back, exhaling into your chair pose. So take a seat, bending the knees, lowering the hips, pressing into the feet as you lift the chest and fingertips. Inhaling into your mountain, exhaling hands together in prayer. Observing your breath here and flowing again. Deep inhale to sit back into your chair pose, hips back and you can see your toes beyond your knees, chest lifted. Holding the pose, not your breath. Exhaling to fold forward. You can make the forward fold active by leaning forward into the hands. Inhaling half lift. Exhaling right foot back, coming into your high lunge with the left knee forward above the ankle. Interlacing the thumbs, taking your gentle back bend. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, lowering down. Coming into low lunge, taking the back leg, pubic bone reaching forward, heel reaching in towards the body, chest lifted and open, coming down and stepping back into plank pose. Take your chaturanga, lowering down as slowly as you can. Inhaling to your back bend, low cobra or up dog, and exhaling to down dog. Stepping the right foot forward, reaching the left heel back. Inhaling, coming up high into your high lunge. Stabilizing the hips and pelvis with the tailbone down and pubic bone forward. Interlace the thumbs and open the heart, reaching the hands back as you lift the chest. Shoulder blades moving down the back. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, lowering down. Bringing the back leg in towards the body. Steady breath as you release the quads. Coming down, step back to plank. Taking your chaturanga, elbows back and in. Your back bend, heart reaching forward. Pubic bone in towards the mat. Toes pointing back. Your down dog. Knees as bent as they need to be. Heels as high as they need to be. Keeping the shoulder blades on the back. Slowly walking forward, coming into your half lift. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhaling into half lift again. Exhaling, sit back into your chair pose, sitting a little bit lower, pressing into the feet as you lift the chest and fingertips. Inhaling, coming all the way up into mountain. Exhaling, hands together in prayer. Slowly make your way down, coming onto hands and knees. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips, toes tucked. Exhale as you round the upper back, looking down and in towards the pubic bone. Holding this cat pose as you flow with your breath. Moving the shoulder blades away from the spine. And then inhaling to open up into cow pose, guiding the chest forward in between the hands as you lift the sit bones up away from the knees. Keep lifting up through the top of your head. On the next inhale, coming back to a flat back. And then look over towards your left hip, lengthening the right side of the body. On the next inhale, back to center. And exhaling, looking back towards your right hip, lengthening the left side of your body. On the next inhale, coming back to center. Walking the hands back, coming to sit on the heels, still with toes tucked. Spread the arms wide and then wrap them together, coming into eagle arms with the right arm underneath, left on top. Inhaling to lift the chest as you send the hands and fingertips back. Keep moving the shoulder blades down. Coming back to a neutral spine. holding eagle arms, releasing the outer arms. Then inhaling to spread the arms wide and back, coming back into eagle arms on the opposite side. Keep lifting the fingertips as you move the shoulder blades down. Gentle back bend, lifting the chest, reaching the fingertips back, keeping the neck long and supported. And coming back to center. Releasing, spreading the arms wide. And taking your shoulder roll, sitting up tall, observing the breath. Slowly make your way back onto hands and knees. With the toes tucked, come into your plank. So the hips are just below the shoulders. Keep the gaze down, keep the neck long, keep the heels reaching back as you press down into the index and thumb of both hands. Guide the pubic bone forward to find that support in your core. Slowly lower down onto the forearms, coming into forearm plank. Move the sit bones down towards your heels. Keep guiding the chest forward. Steady breath. Pressing down into the forearms. Slowly bring your knees down, coming into a side plank. So rolling over onto your left side. Left elbow down, below the shoulder, a bit ahead of the left shoulder. Right hand to the sky as you lift your hips up high. Maintaining that alignment with the sit bones towards the heels and pubic bone forward. Keep the chest open. Keep the hips lifted. And then reach that right hand underneath the body and back up to the sky. Slowly make your way down, rolling onto your right side, coming into side plank on the right. Pressing down into the elbow, keeping the shoulder blade on the back, lift the chest, lift the hips. Left hand to the sky. Gaze where is most comfortable for your neck. Down, straight ahead or up. Keeping the breath steady, finding stability in the hips and core. Reaching that left hand underneath, and then back up to the sky before slowly making your way down, coming to lie on your belly in Sphinx pose. So pressing into the forearms, reaching the chest forward, finding length in the torso as you point the toes back. And slowly make your way to lie on your back. With the ankles below the knees, press into the feet and gently lift the hips. Stack the hands and place them at the base of the spine. Extend both legs to the sky and then lower the right leg to hover just above the mat, keeping the left leg up. Switching sides, left leg down and hovering above the mat, right leg reaching towards the body. Lifting both legs up to the sky and slowly, with control, lowering both legs towards the mat. Keeping the breath steady, slowly lifting both legs back up and then lowering again down to hover just above the mat. Making your way back up and exhaling, lowering down with core control and strength. Making your way back up, bending the knees, releasing the hands, lying flat on your back. And then slowly making your way up, coming to sit. Coming into pigeon pose, send the right leg back. Bring the left leg shin parallel or maybe in towards the body. The right ankle is in line with the right hip and the left toes are flexed. Sitting up tall in your pigeon pose, rolling the right hip towards the mat. And then slowly bring the right knee forward towards the sole of the left foot. And as you inhale, press down into the knees and the left shin, pressing down into your left hand for support. Lift the hips and chest as you reach your right hand up and back. Coming back to sit and taking a gentle twist over towards the left leg. So right hand onto the right knee, left hand behind for support. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, twisting belly, rib cage, and chest over to the left. Inhaling, coming back to center. And then you'll switch sides, extending the left leg back, coming into pigeon pose. Right shin may be parallel with the top of your mat, or that right heel moves in towards the hips. Left toes tucked or left foot flat against the mat as you sit up tall in your pigeon pose. Stabilizing the hips with the left hip moving towards the mat, pubic bone reaching forward. Then reach the left knee to behind the sole of the right foot. Using the right hand for support, press into both knees, lift the hips up, lift the chest up, reach the left hand back. Slowly making your way down. Coming to your twist over to the right, left hand on the right knee, belly, rib cage, and chest, turn towards the right hip. And coming back to center. Coming onto hands and knees, setting up for some forearm play with dolphin, making sure that your elbows are shoulder distance apart and the shoulder blades remain plugged onto your back. Lifting the hips up high as you come into dolphin pose. You can rock back and forth, walking the hips forward as you come onto your toes, and then slowly rolling back towards your heels. And you can alternate between extending one leg towards the sky, coming back to dolphin, extending the other leg towards the sky, and returning to dolphin. Coming onto your toes, lifting the hips up high above the shoulders, pressing down into the forearms, belly button in towards the spine, tapping into the support of the core. And when you're ready, coming down into child's pose. Knees wide, arms forward, hips heavy, spine long, face relaxed. Slowly coming to lie on your belly. Hands at the sides of your chest, elbows back and in towards the body, shoulder blades down the back. Tops of your feet against the mat, pubic bone in towards the mat. Lift the legs and arms away from the mat, reaching them back as you lift the chest up, keeping the gaze down so that the neck is long. Just keep lifting the chest and legs and arms away from the mat, and then slowly making your way back down. Coming into bow pose, taking hold of the ankles, pressing the tailbone down and keeping the knees hip distance apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other as you guide the chest forward and up, lifting the lower body up towards the sky, releasing the front body, strengthening the back, and then slowly making your way down. Coming to lie on your belly, making your way up, and coming to lie on your back. Just observing your breath here, holding your spine in this neutral position. after working to strengthen the back body. Slowly extend the left leg forward and bring the sole of the right foot on the inside of the left thigh, coming into a reclined tree pose. Keeping the breath deep and slow and steady as you release tension in the hips and allow the breath and energy to flow freely. And then switching sides, right leg extends, sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Body is heavy and relaxed. Noticing the breath. And then bring the soles of the feet together, allowing both knees to lower towards the sides of your mat. You can walk the heels in as close to your hips as feels comfortable, or further away. When you're ready, extending both legs all the way out in front of you, settling into Savasana as you breathe deep and slow, noticing the effects of your practice. Noticing the sensations in your muscles. Noticing the breath and energy flowing freely around your body. Slowly and gently bringing movement back into the body. Coming to lie on your side before slowly making your way up to sit. Giving thanks for these moments spent on your mat. And I thank you as always for sharing your practice with me and for allowing me to share mine with you. From my heart to yours, I wish you peace and presence.